everybody, guess who it is once again? It's your favorite friend, Woodrow. There's that nice store. I'm going in there one of these days. I just ain't had the time yet, you know. Me and Butter. We've been on a mission. You can tell he's a wore out. He chased the Sasquatch trail all the way up over the mountain again. And he was wore out when he got back. He just now waking up. He had a little bit of water and he laid down, took a nap. And now he's back up because we stopped here in Pville. That's what we call Perryville. That's the gang name for it, Pville. We stopped here in Pville and got some black old sunflower seeds for the birds. I almost said squirrels because they get almost as much of it. Now we're headed to one of our favorite communities in the world, Wapello. Anyway, now he's behind his slow movers. That's okay. And what I was going to tell you, we was leaving Ricky Bob's territory here, the sheriff. We ain't leaving it yet though, because they get on this Perry Mountain and they go crazy on it. But I tuned it in because I was going to tell you something about what was going on. Butter, why are you whining? Okay, now I think of it in a minute. Oh, it's hot. So drink plenty of water if you get out in it, and don't let your dogs be out in it by themselves. Boy, I seen a dog. Let me tell you what's going to happen here pretty soon. You're probably going to be reading about old Woodrow in the newspaper, but there ain't no newspaper no more that matters. So I seen a dog on about a 6-foot chain outside of a house, and I got it targeted. I checked it on GPS. I'm going to put it under surveillance, see when the occupants of said house leave and depart. And if I see it, they ain't got no water, I'm reporting them to the dog popos, and I hope that they'll do something about it. If not, I'll call a friend of mine who works down at City Hall, and she used to go on she's been there a long time, and a long time ago under a different administration, she would go out and free these dogs. She'd just go out. I said, what did you do? She said, I went out and undid it. It's on its leash and put it in my car and took it home, gave it some water, and then I got it home. Well, now ain't that a sweet thing to do? But anyway, all right, here's me and Butter. We's going on up here to Pville, and we'll let you know as we get. Right now we're going over Perry Mountain. Hey, I got a question for you. Now this right here, that ain't it. That's some kind of church, but that ain't the kind I'm going to ask you about. How come Jehovah's Witness Kingdom Halls, none of them got windows in them? Have you ever noticed that? I ain't figured that out yet. Now some of them, I think this is one right here. Yeah. Now they got windows, but they got them all boarded up. Now see, I don't understand that. Somebody that's a JW, get on here and let me know what that's all about, would you? All right, well, I'm going to check in here in number 2 in a minute. Hey, I was going to tell you something else. Oh, that's what uh-oh, look out, dog. Ooh-wee, that dog nearly bought it. Now, Butter's telling him, you better get out of the road, dog. I hate to see that now. Anyway, it's a good thing I was paying attention, ain't it? Because that dog was in the shadows. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, Mayflower overpass. All right, old Woody got some action up there, and everybody's all uptight about it, but they's calming down. I'm going to have to issue a calm down message here pretty soon about it, because they's going to get it done. And I was right. They just got in a big old hurry to get the big thing going where all of them got their names in the paper. I bet now they wish they hadn't got their names in their paper, because people is calling in and writing in and everything. All right, well, that's this early morning update. Butter, did you get everything calmed down now? Yeah. All right, well, we's coming into Perry now. But anyway, I'll tune back in after a while if anything exciting happens, and if I think of something else to tell you during this road report. All right, reach out. Woody, out. Hi, it's me, Woody. Butter's wore out. He chased the Sasquatch. I'll report on that later. But I'm right here. I just wanted to let you know in case something happens. I'm right here at the Conway Airport. I'm fixing to go in here, and I'm going to just hang around until I can get somebody to take me up in an airplane, and so I can film from the air that damn overpass down there in Mayflower. And because I know what's going to happen pretty soon, there's going to be Cantrell Field. Well, I didn't know it was named that. Anyway, hey, buddy. Anyway, I'm gonna get some evidence already, putting the evidence in the vault for when there's some lawsuits, because there's gonna be some. So now I don't know how I'm gonna convince somebody to take me up flying. Now see that guy right there? You see him flying around there? See him right? Well, there goes that guy. I bet he's got a plane there. I better get busy. All right, well, I'll talk to you later when I know more about what I'm gonna do. Hi, it's me, Woodrow again. We's driving along now. We's almost into Mayflower. We's on Lolly Road right here. Look at them cows. Ain't they something? I've always thought this little farmland or whatever it is right here reminded me of a movie like True Grit or something like that, because it's real well kept, pretty and everything. And then up there, I imagine them some in-laws, maybe sons or daughters, and then over here, living in a trailer house, that's the people that work in the field. I make all this crap up in my head. It's probably better than the real history. And me and Butter, there he is, we's headed in. He helps me make up my stories sometimes. He gives me good hints and everything, you know. He na-na-nas. He don't talk with his lips because he don't have a tongue like ours. I'm thinking about splitting his tongue like you do a bird and see if that'll work. What do you think about that, Butter? Yeah, he's ignoring me. I don't blame him. Anyway, we's cruising along here. Now, I'm going to show you something here. You're just going to have to bear with me. But I like coming back through here. I had no idea we was actually kind of close to the river over there on that deal. Then we was driving along, me and Butter. We was seeing the countryside coming into Mayflower. I call this M-Flower like I call Perryville Pville. So my gangster name is M-Flower. Well, I don't know if they gonna like that too much, you know, because, you know, that sounds kind of, you know, like you really ain't that, you know, mean or nothing like Pville. We're the Pville Panthers, or whatever they is. Pville Bulldogs. I don't know what they is. What are they, Butter? He don't care. Anyway, he's still riled up from that dog. He's been a na-na-na me about that dog that I nearly ran over. He wanted to know how come people don't take care of their pets. And I said, well, Butter, maybe he's like you. Maybe he just runs, ain't got no idea where he's running. Next thing you know, he's in the middle of the road. And then Butter said, no, I checked it with him about that, and that wasn't the case. That's when I started yelling at him. See, Butter has his own kind of language. There he is, right there. That's Butter. All right, well, now we's cruising in here. Oh, you know, another thing I learned while I stopped there in Pville. What can we call this? Maybe, I don't know. I'll come up with a good gang name pretty soon. Anyway, while we was there in Pville, and I went in and got that sunflower seed right there for FBS. Look better, he's tired. And anyway, so what I did was, what was I telling you? Oh, I forget what it was. What was I gonna say? Something about Pville. Oh well, I know what it was. You see them vehicles down there, and this vehicle that I'm in right now? Well, I learned it today in the co-op there in Pville, and I'm gonna go in there and hang out. There's a bunch of old redneck boys in there hanging out, you know, got big old beards, and one of them just kind of saying to they's busier than I've ever seen. And one of them said, I said, I need 50 pounds of sunflower seed. And he said, all right. And he said, Aaron, 50 pounds. And Aaron, he went back to back, got it and everything. Then we come out. And then I said, 50 pounds of sunflower seed. Put it out there by the truck. And he said, which rig? No, here's what he said. He said, which rig's yours? And I said, well, it's that little Nissan there. I said, is that a rig? He said, yep, everything rolls is a rig. I said, So I learned that today, that everything that rolls is a rig. Hold on, I got a piece of apple hung in my throat. One cough got it. Boy, that ain't like them popcorn seeds. You get them things down in there. Wait a minute, it tricked me. Sorry about all that coughing. Anyway, God bless America. God bless America. See two flags. See two flags. Anyway, what the hell was I saying? See, I get so mixed up. That's what Merlene said. But I got special dispensation on this new way I'm putting stuff up. She said, how come you ain't been doing it like that all along, Woody? And I said, what? She said, just loading it to YouTube and then you just post the YouTube thing. I said, why? What does that matter? She said, it's about 1,000 times less the amount of data that she was using before. And I said, oh my goodness, that's a big deal. There's a dead something or other in the middle of the road. That looked like one of them possums. Okay, now here we come into the new area right here. I ain't gonna stay with you long other than just to get you around to the other side here. Right turn ahead. See, if you want to go to 365, that stop sign always scares old Woody because I think it's pointing at me. Anyway, so we're going up here. This is the new overpass part of it. And this is the part that is anxious to get open. Well, I'm gonna tell you something now. I'm gonna give you some reports here. There's Butter, he's thinking about it. He's been, I asked him to think about this too if he lived it along this way. He said, okay, I'll think about it. So you turn there if you want to go east on 40. We ain't going that way right now. We're going straight. Now there used to be a stop sign right here and there ain't no more, so you just cruise right on through. Stop sign that way. See, now these people right here, and now I'm thinking, you know, before this big old road to come through here, I bet these people right here in this big old expensive house, I bet they some peed off people. Yeah, I bet they was in the I'm again it line when they had their so-called public hearings to design this, which as I understand was back during the Teddy Roosevelt jurisdiction or era or whatever that was. Butter, what do you think? He's sick of my yammering is what he thinks. Anyway, we's cruising along here and we's just going to show you how. Now we's going to stay on 89, so going this way, it's simple. Come the other way, it ain't so simple. But anyway, so he's driving along, and I'm gonna quit railing about this in the next couple of days because supposedly they're gonna have it fixed up and everything like that. Oh, I forgot to tell you that I got a call from a guy who founded. Remember that day we was up there at SUA and Humanity stole Butter's tracking collar. Well, I got a message from the tracking collar people first, and they said, so-and-so has found your missing device. Well, first of all, I wanted to know how they knew it was missing because I hadn't reported it, and the thing about it is the battery had worn out in it, and so I couldn't really track it. All right, now I'm staying on this road right here. See? Now this is cool. Everything's cool right here. Now here's the new bridge. Butter, he gets nervous right now, see, because he says, wait a minute, whoa. See, right down that way, that used to be the way we went to Harps, so he can't go that way no more. So anyway, we're going to get that all fixed up. That's the whole reason that I did this segment. I was just going to show you that, bitch about it some more, and I'm sorry about that, but you know how it is. I go to the FBS school of bitching. I don't bitch as much as he does, but let me tell you, when I get wound up, I'm wound up. He gets wound up, you know, and bam, bam, it's over with. He's done with it. He don't care about it no more. But me, you know, I have to think about it a while and ponder on it and come back in with some more new stuff. All right, Woody, we're clear on this one. Peace out. Okay, back with you now. What I was going to tell you about on that tracking device for old knothead over here is that Humanity or whatever that creature was we was tracking that day. You might have seen it on my previous ramblings and everything like that. Well, anyway, so I got an email from the people, the Tractive people. That's the name of the collar, Tractive. Anyway, so they said so-and-so and so-and-so has found your missing GPS device. I said, holy cow. So they sent me his email address, and I emailed him, and sure enough, it's a guy that lives here in Mayflower, and he found it up there where it had been marked where it had come off. Where, you remember, it moved for a little bit, and that's probably what threw me off, because the Humanity, he took it off of Butter, and he's playing with it, and he decided he couldn't eat it, or it didn't make no noise, so he just throwed it. Well, when he throwed it where this guy that goes up here to the top secret place where me and Butter go, he takes his dogs up there too. I bet you I've seen him before. Anyway, I had already replaced the dummy's collar because I didn't want FBS to know it was missing, and he didn't even realize I got him a bigger one that lasts longer in the woods. It'll last for like 3 weeks without having to recharge it. Maybe it's 3 months, I don't know. I hadn't had to recharge it once yet. Anyway, and I've had it 3 weeks. Anyway, so that's the deal. So that's a pretty good deal. And I called the guy, or I emailed him, and I said, listen, I already got a replacement. You go ahead and just keep that one if you want it. He said, well, that's good. I appreciate it. My father needs one for his dogs. My 2 dogs have them on them, and that's how I know what it was and everything. And I said, well, that's a pretty good deal right there. That was worth They aren't real expensive. What's expensive is, you know, like the $10 a month tracking GPS uplink download or whatever it is. Well, I didn't tell Merlene I was paying that. FBS thinks he's paying it, but he ain't. So he, you know, he conversates about it and he talks about it. All right, well, that's the end of that. I ain't gonna tell you no more. I'm gonna get behind this truck right here, get mad, and I don't want to be a cussing at you, because last time I was behind a truck like this, a damn rock blew out, broke the window, and I had to get it fixed before FBS got mad at me again. All right, peace out. Give a helping hand now, won't you? Better?